will be paying, smarty pants! Plank knows people!
This is all your fault! They're just hunks of wood, for Pete's sake!
I wouldn't say that too loudly, Eddie. I think they're watching us!
Make them go away, Double D! Make them go away! Man, this is stupid!
This has been bothering me for the past month or so. In Ed and Eddie, Plank the simple wooden board with a face drawn is Johnny 2x4's best friend and constant companion. He is seen throughout the series as a mischievous, prank-playing and sometimes eerie presence in Johnny's life. Though Plank never speaks or moves on screen, there are subtle moments like in the episode Dear Ed where Plank seems to move without Johnny's assistance, leading fans to speculate, and me as well, is Plank more than just a piece of wood? What if he is in fact alive, much like the characters in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Exploring this theory from a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends perspective provides a rich framework for understanding how Plank could exist as a real friend in Ed and Eddie. In Foster's, imaginary friends take physical form and become sentient as soon as a child imagines them. Plank could have been similarly brought to life in this shared universe, gaining his personality, autonomy, and ability to interact with the world, even if subtle, due to Johnny's unwavering belief in him. In Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, children's imaginary friends physically manifest, each one unique, born from the child's imagination and imbued with whatever traits the child envisions. Unlike traditional imaginary friends who are seen only by their creators, these friends are obvious and independent beings in Foster's world. They exist as separate entities, interacting with others and displaying distinct personalities and emotions.
I like chocolate milk. I like chocolate milk. Can I have some chocolate milk? Can I have some chocolate milk? I like chocolate milk. I like chocolate milk!
Applying this rule to Ed and Eddie, Johnny's intense belief in Plank could be the spark that brings him to life. Just as children in Foster's universe give their imaginary friends autonomy through the power of imagination, Johnny's steadfast belief in Plank could have made him into a real sentient being. Johnny's words and actions suggest he truly believes Plank has a mind and will of his own.
Well, you tell that doorstop Eddie's got a ride that'll round his corners, and it's cheap, cheap, cheap.
Plank says your mouth runs faster than 6-month-old cheese, Eddie.
And Plank is seen performing actions that can be interpreted as independent. When Plank changes chairs in Dear Ed, it's a possible indication of his autonomy, a small but suggestive detail that Plank is alive and moving on his own, much like the imaginary friends in Foster's. In addition to the chair switching moment in Dear Ed, other scenes suggest that Plank might be alive in a Foster-like sense. For example, all Eds are off. Plank appears to move around the school campus without Johnny, showing up in different locations without any clear help. If Plank were truly just a piece of wood, he would not be able to reposition himself. Gimme Gimme Never Ed, Johnny hints that Plank is a thrill seeker, influencing Johnny to ride the unsafe Requiem for a Whiplash ride. This behavior suggests Plank has a personality distinct from Johnny, with desires and motivations of his own. Tinker Ed, Plank is seen reading a mind control book while Johnny stares vacantly as if Plank is controlling him.
Wait a minute, hold on.
This scene, though comedic, could imply that Plank has knowledge and intentions separate from Johnny's, a trait imaginary friends in Foster share, as they have independent thoughts and goals.
Brothers, together we're...
Don't say it.
We're...
Don't.
We're...
I said.
Blue cheese.
Bitch, no!
Much like the friends in Foster's, Plank reflects the personality Johnny imagines for him. Johnny often describes Plank as a prankster and thrill seeker, hinting that Plank enjoys chaos and adventure. In Dear Ed, Johnny even stops talking to Plank after an implied argument. This dynamic suggests that Plank is more than just a passive object. He seems to have a distinct personality, even an independent will, much like Blue and the other Foster's residents who embody the traits their creators imagined for them.
Cheese!
Blue, this is my neighbor Louise. She created cheese.
In Foster's, imaginary friends often serve specific roles in their creators' lives, such as providing companionship, confidence, or a sense of adventure. For Johnny, Plank can represent both a friend and a source of guidance, which might be why Johnny treats Plank as if he has wisdom and experience. Plank's alive status allows him to act as a moral or practical compass for Johnny, similar to how Blue represents Mac's playful side. This parallel suggests that Plank, like Foster's friends, is an extension of Johnny's inner world, taking on a life of his own to meet Johnny's emotional needs. In Foster's, imaginary friends retain their existence even after their original creators no longer need them, suggesting that they are in fact real entities with a life beyond their creators. If Plank is a Foster-style friend, his existence wouldn't be limited to Johnny's imagination. He'd be able to act independently and possibly even influence Johnny's behavior. The episode Dear Ed shows how strongly Johnny relies on Plank, especially when they temporarily break up. This dependence parallels Mac's reliance on Blue for companionship and confidence. Even though Blue occasionally creates chaos, Johnny's need for Plank coupled with Plank's apparent autonomy suggests that Plank is more than just a coping mechanism. He will be a genuine sentient entity much like Blue, with his own goals and behaviors that don't always align with Johnny's wishes.
I'm my own person, Plank.
One compelling piece of evidence suggesting that Plank is alive lies in Cartoon Network's ambitious crossover event, Cartoon Network Invaded. Ooh-wee! I don't care what anybody says. This crossover was chef's kiss. I liked it. I enjoyed it. This event aired in May 2007. It was a unique, interconnected storyline across 5 Cartoon Network original series: Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Ed and Eddie, My Gym Partners on Monkey, Camp Lazlo, and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This storyline brought these series into a shared universe by exploring a unified plot involving an alien invasion that affected each show's world. With these worlds interacting within the same storyline, it creates a fascinating possibility. Plank might indeed be a real character. The Invaded event effectively links the realities of these shows, opening up the possibility that Ed and Eddie and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends exist within the same shared universe. Hell, Ed and Eddie were seen in the K&D and Billy and Mandy crossover.
There's only one group of kids who can help me now.
Hello? What do you mean you're broke? Hey, if you're looking for charity, call Kids Next Door. They're cheap.
Now, going back to the Cartoon Network Invaded crossover event goes beyond a simple alien invasion plot. Hints at a larger conspiracy connecting characters and worlds in an intricate shared universe. Throughout the event, subtle details and carefully placed cameos reveal a deeper meaning, suggesting that the participating shows share more than just a storyline. They share an underlying connection as if their worlds are secretly intertwined. The cameos during the credits in particular imply a conspiracy involving some of the most beloved and supposedly idiotic characters across these series, placing them in roles that hint at a hidden network operating between worlds.
Well, what about our undercover agents?
Sadly to say, sir, each one failed to achieve their primary target.
So how are you gonna fix this mess? We need our cheese!
I'm in danger.
The cameos of Wally, Richard, Plank, and Puddin revealed these characters as agents working covertly for the alien invaders.
Huh?
This detail reframes them as more than just innocent or background characters. They're operatives with mysterious motives, possibly working to surveil and manipulate events in their respective worlds on behalf of a larger extraterrestrial network. These cameos align with the theme of hidden connections and suggest that there are many more agents embedded across different shows, blending in under the guise of quirky or minor characters. By reading Plank's file, it says from what I can see, years of service, 25 years. 25 years, meaning Plank at some point planted himself in the cul-de-sac and befriended Johnny. We've all seen how demanding Plank can be towards Johnny, so he must have planted the idea as being an imaginary friend, meaning that Plank was somebody else's imaginary friend before becoming friends with Johnny. me know, because the more I zoom in or upscale it, it doesn't help. Among these agents, Plank stands out as particularly intriguing. While characters like Wally and Richard are already quirky and unusual, Plank is seemingly an inanimate object. However, his role as Agent 314 gives new weight to theories that he is in fact alive and sentient. Plank's assignment as an agent implies he possesses a deeper level of awareness and perhaps even communicates telepathically with his superiors, lending credence to the idea that he's a fully conscious entity. Plank is truly alive and working as an undercover agent for the aliens. In that case, it redefines his role in Ed, Edd n Eddy and provides a deeper unseen layer to the Cartoon Network invaded crossover. Plank's supposed stillness and simplicity as a block of wood might serve as the perfect disguise, making him an ideal agent for covertly observing and collecting information about the Earth and its inhabitants, particularly the unique and quirky kids of the Cul-de-Sac. Plank's appearance as a simple block of wood makes him virtually invisible as an alien operative, which allows him to observe without raising suspicion. His close bond with Johnny enables him to monitor the kids closely, accessing personal conversations and intimate moments that a more noticeable figure might miss. Plank is not only a friend to Johnny, but also an informant who collects data on human social interactions, emotions, and children. In the Cartoon Network invaded event, Plank is identified as Agent 314, revealing his covert involvement in a much larger alien agenda. His designation as an agent implies that his role in the Cul-de-Sac is far more calculated than it appears. He was specifically chosen for his subtlety, functioning like a silent, immovable observer who nonetheless can record, analyze, and potentially transmit information. By making him an agent in the event, Cartoon Network invaded subtly suggests that Plank's personality and life may be alien constructs intended to deceive the residents of the Cul-de-Sac and allow him to work undetected. Plank's advice to Johnny frequently leads to mischief in episodes like Gimme Gimme Never Ed. He even encourages risky or reckless behavior. This influence could be a part of his alien mission, guiding Johnny and the others into unusual or dangerous situations to study their reactions. By encouraging the Ed's bizarre adventures and manipulating Johnny's behavior, Plank acts like a puppet master, gathering insights into how human children handle fear, competition, and social dynamics. Plank's undercover role becomes even more essential with the alien's ultimate goal in sight. His primary function might be intelligence gathering and influencing Johnny and the others to interfere or not interfere in ways that serve the alien's plans. By manipulating events subtly, he ensures that the cheese extraction goes smoothly, the werewolf transformation proceeds as planned, and the cardboard cutouts are in place.
Hello, motherfucker.
The Cartoon Network invaded event presents Plank as just one of the several undercover agents embedded across the network's universes. This setup implies a grand interdimensional network, with Plank at the center of a large alien strategy to understand and potentially manipulate Earth's youth. His role as a block of wood might be a perfect cover, but as Agent 314, Plank is a silent observant operative gathering information on an alien agenda that stretches across worlds, making him much more than Johnny's imaginary friend. I cracked the code. Plank is indeed real. The crossover event reveals Plank's true nature as an undercover agent, redefining his role in Ed, Edd n Eddy. His presence in the Cul-de-Sac isn't random. It's a calculated assignment within a vast interdimensional conspiracy. Plank's seemingly inanimate nature and his role as Johnny's closest companion make him an invaluable asset for observing, manipulating, and gathering data on Earth's youth. This theory of mine, however you want to take it, not only gives Plank a true role as an alien agent, but also uses the surreal, chaotic nature of Cartoon Network's crossover to create a unique, eerie story where a simple wooden plank helps orchestrate one of the darkest invasions in cartoon history. With cheese theft, werewolf transformations, and cardboard cutouts, the aliens' master plan is a darkly humorous yet chilling endgame, and Plank's covert role as Agent 314 proves to be the linchpin in their bizarre plot to take over Earth.
Hey, Rolf! What you doing?
guys, Plank is real. Take this however you want. I will see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye! Plank and the alien agent. Oh my god.